In 2v2, let me check. I'm Gold 2, Division 2.
Yeah, you only have like...
In 3v3, I'm Platinum 1, Division 3. But it's because I play with the two better friends.
Yeah, you don't have that many hours, right? You have like 25 hours or something like that?
Yeah, not that much of gaming time.
Okay, well, let's look through these replays, and then hopefully after this session you'll be able to improve some, and you'll be able to rank up a bit more.
Yeah.
Alright. The quality okay, yeah?
Yeah, it's great.
Sorry, let me start that again. Just need to check what happened there. One thing I would say is you either want to follow a little bit quicker or not follow at all.
Yeah, it wasn't my phone this time.
So there's it's quite slow. So I mean, you kind of hesitate when they win the kickoff as well. So what I would suggest in future is if at this point you see them win the ball and you're like back here, I would turn left and instantly get the big corner boost on your left. It looks like you go to do that, but then you stop here, so you don't actually have the boost. So you've got enough boost, but you'd be better off sort of like getting that boost. You'd be more prepared for things, if that makes sense. Because you're not really there's no like immediate danger, so they're not gonna instantly hit the ball right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say here as well. It's probably because you're fairly new to the game. With the hesitation wise, as soon as you see this guy miss it, where is it? As soon as you see him miss it there, you should just jump. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can aerial or not, but if you just boost towards the ball
I can a little
hit
bit,
it.
but I'm not the best at aerial, but
yeah, I mean you'll get better at that. But I think because
it's very various. In some game I can be good, and in other game, like in the clip, I think like there's like 3 times I'm doing good, but the other time it's not that good in aerial.
Yeah. Okay. I mean it's one of those things. You'll definitely get used to it, but as you have more hours. But definitely, as soon as he's missed that, you have all the time you need to sort of go for this ball. You can jump at it, or you could just drive along the floor. The best thing to probably do is actually hit it back up the wall and follow it. So if you'd already jumped to it, you've hit it. It's probably, let's say you hit it there, it's going to pinch and go around the wall into this kind of direction. But by sort of like hesitating how you have, it just gives him the chance to get back on the ball again. You gave him too much space to do what he wants, really. That was a big hit.
I'll go 2 more up.
Yeah, I think there wasn't much you could do about that. I mean, if he's going to hit it that high, you're never going to get to that ball from here.
I was like trying to pre-shot the save, but I see him miss, so I got down.
It was good that you cancelled and just sort of came back down to the floor. With this bit, I would obviously that's just ball control. You'll get better at that. You do the right thing by taking it around that corner and controlling it. As you rank up, you'll control that ball a little bit better than you did. Oh, that's unlucky. One of the things I'll say, especially at this rank, is if you look out for the passes. So, kind of like at this point here. Yeah, at this point here, this guy's expecting you to take this ball directly at him. But if you can get like this side of the ball and hit it kind of this way, this guy has a really easy shot.
Not too hard.
Yeah, he can come along and hit it sort of top corner or top right corner or whatever. He just has a much easier chance of scoring. I see what you're trying to do, so you try to hit it left around him, which is fine. It's not a bad attempt. It just would be better to look at your other opportunities and pass the ball to your teammate who's got an easier shot at that point. With your rotation here, you kind of you kind of always want to go behind this guy if he's taking the ball. So instead of turning this way, you could have left this boost for him, and then you could have gone around him and taken this boost and followed him back up the pitch. And then you'd both have full boost and you'd be in a good attacking position.
I'm missing this one. Oh no, okay, it's not this one.
It's not that bad.
This was dangerous a little bit.
It's an awkward angle with the ball. Let's have a look.
Yeah, when it's not the wall but the real side, it's always difficult to know where it's gonna land.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'd definitely say in this scenario is position your car a little bit better beforehand. So this point here, just stay facing this direction. Because there's nothing this guy can really do that you can't block, unless he hits it really hard and it bounces over you. But with the way the ball's going, if you stay facing this way, rather than turning, you'd have had a better chance. Because obviously you turn left here, and this is the control that messes up your reaction to the ball, if you know what I mean. As it's bouncing, you have to turn back. But if you stayed, so if you kind of came this way and then turned there, so you're sat here facing the ball, you have a much easier challenge. You have a much easier hit on the ball. I think the turn that you do kind of messes up your. I don't know if it's depth perception, but it messes up your control. Yeah. But again, that's you know.
I've cleared myself, but I missed.
Say that again. Sorry.
I could have cleared that myself, but I missed. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, for someone that has, what you have like 20 hours, you can expect your ball control to not be that great. You will definitely get better at that. That just comes with time and practice. One thing I will say about this bit is you kind of want to be a little bit further apart from your teammate. If you imagine the
back or like on the right?
On the right, yeah. So if you imagine the field in like 6 squares kind of thing. So there's a square here. There's a square here. There's like a square here. You don't want to be in the same square as your teammate, really. Just because you're like too close, you don't really give him many options to pass. So instead of being here with him, just be like over here in this area kind of thing, just a little bit far away from him, so that you can react to either the ball being hit back this way. Because if it's hit back this way, there's a chance that your teammate's going to turn this way and you're going to turn this way, and you're going to turn into each other or bump each other. If you just give him a bit more space, then he can pass to you, or you can rotate back to defense quite a lot easier. Do you see what I'm saying about the six squares? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like 6 sections.
I think I saw it on YouTube a little bit.
Yeah. Because obviously this happens now, so he's messed up his control. So then you and your teammate are both trying to get the ball again.
I'm too close to doing anything.
Yeah, so whereas the second the ball's quite far above him here, you probably want to back off a little bit, just sort of turn and go back a little bit, because he's still going for it, and he should be still going for it, and you kind of should be supporting him. You do that's a very good rotate though. You were fast on that, which is good. Back a sec. This isn't bad control. You didn't need to do the flip. I'm not sure if you were trying to flick it up in the air, but the flip slowed you down a little bit.
Because I don't know why, but I think like in my head it's just like I think when I double jump, it's gonna be more faster than if I boost, and I'm sure it's gonna go away from the net. So I'm just always double jumping. It's like a reflex.
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough, and we all have those kind of reflexes, and you'll definitely get out of that habit the more you play.
Because I'm not that good with the ball over my head. So I'm always like, I'm gonna just push it and go to it after, to be sure to play the goal.
Yeah, it's a difficult. 1 second, I'm just writing a note down so I can send you it afterwards. It's a difficult thing to do when the ball's directly above you like this. It's a hard ball to jump for. One tip that I have got is if you take ball cam off, So you go
can see
out
where it's
ball
gonna
cam,
drop.
and you can see where it's going to drop. Yeah. So rather than flipping into it, you can just let the ball land on top of your car, and then you can dribble it away. So you get the white circle on the floor that shows you where the ball's going to land.
Yeah, I saw that on YouTube that the ball cam, but I don't know when to use it very much, so I'm never using it. Not that much. Sometimes, but very not often.
Most people will turn off ball cam on air dribbles or dribbling on the ground, or adjusting for the angle, like catching the ball like this. Most people turn ball cam off for. It takes some getting used to. Obviously, you have to. Most players stay in ball cam for a very long time at the lower ranks when you just start, so it takes some getting used to playing without ball cam. But one thing I would say is, in this scenario, definitely turn it off just so you can catch the ball better. Just see what happens. If you get used to it, it's an added bonus. You'll be able to control the ball a lot better. Okay, teammate had a pretty good shot.
Hey, it was not that bad for a random teammate. We played our first game, we won like 5-0, and he asked me to party up. So I texted you and asked if those were good clips, and you said yeah. So I play with it. We were communicating in the chat, but not in the vocal.
Okay, so you're using like quick chats and stuff.
Yeah, like I got it, defending.
Yeah.
My shot and everything.
One thing I would say about your kickoff is you want to be flipping towards the ball to get more speed and power. Do you ever try that? Do you tend to miss when you flip forwards, or is that just something you haven't tried yet?
I never tried any sort of kickoff. I watched a video in the Discord like about the kickoff. Yeah. I don't know where I found it, but I watched it, but I tried it and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to. What you want to do is you want to boost. So as soon as you start driving forward, you want to boost to this boost here. When you hit that boost there, you want to front flip. You can drive a little bit to the right and then diagonal flip forwards and left, or you can just drive straight forwards and forwards flip.
And after the flip, we just jump a little and stay above the ground a little. That was, I think that's what I do.
That's right, yeah. So when you flip here, so you land sort of like this kind of area, and then you jump and hit the ball again. So when you're next to the ball, let me show you. So when you're next to the ball, you want to be... Yeah, that's a terrible circle.
Because when I start playing, my friend just told me to do kickoff like that. That's why.
Yeah. You want to be hitting it. So when you've flipped and you've landed and you've jumped again, you want to be hitting it as dead center as you can. Just to give as much power as you can. But you also want to be flipping into it at this point again as well. Most of the time, especially at the rank you're at now, you're probably going to win the kickoff if you learn how to do that. Like that. I mean, you won that one anyway. But if you come across any faster players, they're going to beat you to the ball every time, just based on their kickoff.
Yeah, sometimes in tournament I saw some people doing better jobs at kickoff, and we got beat.
Yeah, if someone has a really fast kickoff, it's hard to come up again. It's hard to know what to do to face that off, to actually beat them. But if you learn the kickoff now, you'll be much better going forward. You'll be able to contend with that kickoff. You'll be able to beat them to it as well. One thing I'll say was that this aerial, obviously you know this anyway, but just practice them.
Yeah, I think I didn't wait as much.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't look for the ball. I wasn't in the line with my nose in the ball, I think.
Yeah. I mean, this is another moment where if you look around the pitch a little bit more, you can see that you've got a defender here, or an attacker here, as you call him. You're a little bit closer to the ball than he is, but what you really should have done is jumped later.
Not trying an aerial?
Yeah, you see how he's jumped on the bounce, so he's jumped now because the ball's next to the floor. You should have jumped there, really.
Okay. Yeah.
It just would have you've because you were faster to it anyway. So if you'd have jumped later, you would have won that challenge, and you'd have been able to hit it away from him. Probably.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Probably have had an open net to score on at that point as well. But you just jumped a little bit too early, really, and that's what made you slower to the ball than he was. With this rotation here, as soon as you've lost that challenge and you see your teammate over here, ideally you want to be letting him go for this ball. So rather than going over here for the ball, you want to go back round to the net and let him come out for this. Just keeps that smooth rotation, and it means that you can get more boost as you're going back. You can pick up the small boost pads wherever they are, and he can come out and get this ball, and then you're ready to attack or defend. Because when you go for this, I don't know where your teammate is, but let's say he goes for this as well. You've got an open net, so they can score on your net, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Just about keeping the rotation smooth. Because you see he's stood there waiting to go for it, so you'd be better off just letting him go, and then you... Because if you were in the net at this point and he's messed this dribble up, you could come round and hit it away really fast. Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, so if I did a rotate, I will be on the goal and I could have blocked this shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you'd have rotated round to the net, that goal probably wouldn't have happened. The
I
other
will
thing I
have
will say as well
made the
is...
save.
Yeah, you probably would have made the save. The one thing I will say as well is it tends to happen at a lot of lower ranks, but don't get involved in this this muddle for the ball. If your teammate's right next to the ball, just kind of give him the space, let him do what he needs to. It's kind of something that you see at the lower ranks. People literally fight their teammates for the ball, and it's
it's like
you might
taking
as well just leave them.
5 seconds in the corner.
Yeah, and you tend to get this this whole effect where 4 players are just all surrounding the ball, and you'd be better off a little bit.
It's funny to see
in this direction. It is funny, yeah, it is funny. If you were more towards the net, you could have just either waited for the shot to come, or you could have waited for your teammate to move away from the ball, and then you could have cleared it away. It's the only reason the goal happens, really, is because you and your teammate are very close to each other in that corner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was lucky, but it was nice.
Yeah, it works, yeah.
Yeah, I remember in the chat he was like, great pass, great pass, great pass.
Yeah, it's not. There's nothing
was
wrong with
like,
that. You realised that he couldn't hit the ball that far away, so you came closer, ready for his pass, and it worked really well.
Yeah.
A little bit lucky, but
Yeah, it was lucky. Because he didn't know he even shot it. He was thinking I made the goal, but he see the replays. Well, he was like, "Oh my god!" in the chat, so he didn't know he was shooting himself.
Well, that's unlucky. One thing I would say is, you see at this. Let me get back there. Sorry. See at this moment that your teammate loses the ball, I would boost a bit faster up the pitch, and just kind of, if you use a bit of boost or flip forwards a couple of times, get yourself into this kind of position, like over here, much faster than you are now.
Wait for the ball.
Just to wait for the ball. You'd be putting pressure on him. I mean, he messes this up anyway, but if you were further up the field, and to the left a bit more, if you were like in this kind of area, you could have scored that a bit easier. It's kind of about trying to predict what might happen next. So based on where the enemy is, there's 2 options. Either he's either gonna hit it this up the wall, or he's gonna hit it at that backboard, or he can hit it over here. but he's probably not going to hit it. He's probably not
To
going
the
to hit it
left.
this way because you're there, so he thinks you're going to score from that direction. So he's likely to kind of hit it up the wall or hit it backwards. So if I was you,
Oh,
I would just sort of be here more, just so you're ready
yeah, I
for
didn't think
what
about that.
happens. Just try and sometimes the enemy will hit it this way, and you could just be here ready to score it. But the likelihood is
Yeah,
that he'll try and hit it up this backboard, because he'll
yeah, it's
realise
a
that you're there.
50-50.
Yeah.
It's like the
If you look
game
at what
itself is
he's
like
doing,
that. What?
sorry, what
Sorry,
did you
it's
say?
like I was just saying that the game itself is like 50-50 very often.
Yeah, yeah,
The kick off
yeah. You
and
just have to make a
everything. Like,
guess at what's going to happen.
yeah,
And I'd definitely say at this angle, based on what he's doing with the ball, he's more than likely going to hit it at his backboard. But it's just one of those things. Like his teammate comes in and hits it again, and it
yeah.
leaves you in a
I
really
want to
awkward
pass it to
position
the
to hit
middle,
it.
but I miss.
I don't really think you expected the other guy to come in and hit this. Neither did I.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
it
know
didn't
why
sound.
he's. I don't know why
But
he's
at the
doing that.
moment, when I saw him, I just tried to push it at the middle for my teammate, but
Yeah,
I missed.
that would have been a good pass if you would have. It would have been good.
Yeah,
It's a good rotate. Oh, it's unfortunate.
yeah, but they missed
Managed
too.
to recover. Yeah, that's a nice hit. Ooh. Teammate's not quite got the aerials himself, otherwise he probably could have scored that.
He was very good, like at dribble with his head,
Yeah.
the ball over. I think we're gonna see it more in the second clip or like right now. After,
Yeah.
I was surprised because there's not very much goal player good at with this the
No.
ball over their head, but he was very good.
Yeah, it's rare to see a goal player that can do good aerials. So I just rewind it
Yeah,
again
in
to see
Platinum,
this.
the more often people are good at like one thing. There's people very good at aerial and other at
Yeah.
dribbling and some goalie, but there's never people good at anything.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out where your teammate is at this point. I can't see him. I guess he's in the net. I'm not too sure.
He's in the back, like I think he was taking a boost.
Yeah. One thing I would say about this hit here is this is another moment where you could catch the ball and control it. So if you go out of ball
Oh,
pattern and wait for the landing, and you've got two options. You can
oh
either,
yeah, yeah, I see it.
if you come like
Like
here
I got free space.
and you let the ball hit the direct left edge of your car, you're going to slow the ball down a lot, so you can turn. With this guy's angle, he's coming like here. He thinks you're going to hit it this way. So if you were to hit it on the edge of your car so the ball bounces this way, you can just turn and you've got an empty net to drive the ball at.
Oh,
It's
oh,
just
I
like
didn't think about that, but yeah, it might be good.
it's just it's just things to think. I mean, no one thinks the same. So in your eyes, you were hitting it at this wall so that you or your teammate could follow it and clear it, which is fine. But obviously, with the way you hit it, kind of results in them getting a goal.
Yeah, I was trying to
Just to
just
block it
clear it.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, I was too far. Too I don't know how to say it, but I should have been more back.
When your teammate isn't in the right place either. Your teammate at this point should have been here at the back
Second
post.
post.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He probably it's a hard shot to save, but he had a 50-50 chance of saving it if he was at the back post. Whereas where he is now, he's got
now
like a
it's 0% or like
10% maybe, if that.
yeah. If
It's
he
just
was
something to
a
think
great
about.
champion, maybe.
Yeah, it's just something to think about. You can catch the ball and don't be afraid to try and catch it and dribble it rather than just hitting it as hard as you can somewhere.
Yeah, this time I was responding to you, so I just didn't see the kickoff, so I was
Okay.
waiting a little bit for them.
I think you probably know this already, but with
Yeah.
the way where you are and where he is, you're better off just
Yeah,
letting him hit that.
I'll let them.
just kind of go back, collect that boost, and just kind of turn and wait for what happens next.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing, because you're never sure if your teammate's actually going to hit it, but you should probably just let them try. If they don't hit it, the worst that happens is you just turn and hit the ball again.
Yeah, this was a weird shot. He got the goal, but it was my shot.
Pinched off of you, yeah.
Yeah, it was very weird. It just slipped on him, like right now. I saw it in the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what did you say? Did you say I like the patient? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I like your patience. I waited for the ball. Yeah, that's a good thing. A lot of players will rush.
I do that often to not miss the ball, because at my start I was really missing all ball. Always going over it. So now I'm just taking my time, and if I'm under it, I'm just gonna jump to push it back in the up front.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good what you did there. There's definitely a weird pinch with that guy, though.
Yeah, but it's a goal. It's a goal. We're gonna take it.
Take a goal. Yeah.
Yeah, but we lose like 5-4, I think.
Oh, in this game.
We didn't think. Yeah, because we were always like one goal. We were winning, but at the end, they're gonna take the lead.
Okay. Hopefully, we can figure out why they win, and we can put that into practice.
Yeah, you're gonna see it at the end. It was my fault at the end. Like, this was good. He bumped me, and you got the net after it.
Yeah. One thing I will say is just need to rotate to that far post.
Yeah.
So with you both post here, so your teammate's here as well, and you're here. Let him. I mean, he shouldn't really be rotating that side anyway. But if you go to the second post away from the ball, it leaves you. I mean, A, this demo is unlikely to happen, and B, you have an entire net to position your car in. Whereas here, you can only save a very small window of shots.
Yeah, I was mad at the guy who just bumped me and shot a goal. I was like, fuck.
Demoing's a really good tactic. Yeah. It's horrible if you're the person being demoed.
In our rank, it's just like trolling for people. They're just trying to. Yeah, like right now he's gonna. Yeah, he was some good with ball control.
Yeah, he's definitely playing differently all of a sudden. Like he's learnt some mechanic mid game.
Yeah, but he did it in the first game we played together. I was like 5 assists and he was like 5 goals. I made him all the pass and he got all the goal.
Yeah.
So that's why he asked to party up, and we were good. We win all the game, man. Because I was playing with another friend first. I was like gold 1 and we got gold 2, division 3 together.
Okay. About this here again. This is.
Yeah, should I go take the boost?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the hit, because as you get more hours played, you'll learn to hit that ball every time. It's more like a perception thing, because you're still new to the game. It's hard to read the bounce.
Yeah.
But one thing you definitely could have done differently to help is... 1 second.
At the kickoff, I should have go left.
Yeah, I mean, you can follow, which is a good thing to do. But if you don't want to follow, you could have just gone straight for the boost on the left, and you would have been in a much better angle to hit this at.
Yeah.
If you're not sure about the bounce, one thing you can do is you kind of look what's actually happening. So if you look how close you are to the ball and then look where the enemy is, you actually have a little bit of time to wait for this. So you could actually just stop your car slightly, slow your car down, and wait for it to come closer to the ground, and then hit it away.
Okay.
It's not a good tactic to do, but if you're not sure about how it's going to bounce, you can always slow your car down, and just wait for it. As long as you have the time, obviously, to control it. If the enemy's right in front of you, don't do it. But if you have like a second or two, you could always slow down and just wait a second. just don't stop your card dead, because you always need the momentum. You need to keep your speed at all times, basically. It's a good block. Unfortunately, just a double commit, isn't it? Just trying to see what happened altogether there.
Yeah, because he was there with me, but
Yeah,
I think he tried to save the first one too, so he wasn't ready to.
One thing I would say to stop this, or to hopefully stop this happening, rather than reversing to your post here, because you're basically reversing directly in front of your teammate. If when you miss it, if you just turn right, go round here, and actually go back behind your teammate. So you see where your teammate is here. Yeah, so you can actually go behind him, because he can get this ball quite easily. So if you kind of rotate around here and just come back behind him, then you're in a better position. So if he hits that first ball, you can actually save this second shot, and then you haven't double committed each other. Obviously, it's much easier if you guys are in voice comms. It's a lot easier because you can say I got it, or you go kind of thing. But it's just
that was
the rule.
This wasn't a good shot.
No, it's not a good shot, and if you'd have let him take the first one, you could have saved this one quite easily. The rule that I kind of play with is if I miss a ball or I hit a ball once and it's going in the direction of a teammate, I will let them take over. I won't, so I'll rotate back around, if that makes sense. Just so you're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that in my brain.
You're not having like multiple hits. You're doing what you need to do. You might take 5 touches on the ball, but the second the ball starts going towards a teammate, like let them take over that ball, if that makes sense. Alright, this bit's kind of messy. Let's have a look.
Yeah. I wanted to just flip it over them, but I flipped with the ball.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. As you get used to this kind of hit, you'll be able to score that. You'll be able to hit that straight at the top corner. Or another thing, again, considering your options.
I could have been in the middle.
Well, you see, all 3 players are here. So another option is to control the ball and take it back round the wall. So if you actually take the ball this way, it lets your teammate can then come out. So if I put your teammate, hang on, if you're yellow, so if you go up there, rotates around to here, then you can.
Then we try again.
Then you can try again. Yeah, you can pass it back in.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, what happens here is, it's not a bad attempt. You go for a nice shot, but unfortunately, because of the way you hit it, you make it really risky. If your teammate doesn't go back, it's potential that you'll get scored on. I don't know where he's actually gone. I think he's gone all the way back. Oh, no, he's there. He's there. So yeah, what I would have done is taken it up the wall, passed it into middle. So take it right instead, and then this hit you can go for because your teammate's rotated back, so you're fine to go for that one. But at this point, I would, now you've kind of been bumped away, I would definitely start rotating back around behind your teammate, rather than going for this again. Because you can't hear the.
Yeah, my teammate's going for it too. I think we're gonna see it. Yeah,
he's there.
So I should have to go back.
Yeah, so you should have just gone behind him. I mean, in my audio, I can hear him boosting towards the ball, so you try and use your audio cues as well. If you hear him boosting, just let him go for the ball and just rotate behind him.
Yeah, okay, I see it.
Because it's that same thing where you and your teammate are in the same kind of little square of the pitch, so you're both in like this little space, and it's not good for any sort of passes, team plays, or rotations. You do have good pressure though. That's one thing I will say is you are keeping pressure on them.
I was trying a fancy movement, but it worked.
Yeah,
like the aerial was just out of the moment. I just decided to jump for it and with the aerial, but it's worked. That's not great to see. I just missed the backflip.
Yeah,
Like I was trying
one
to
thing
go
with
back to jump, but I missed and I jumped to the side. It's
one thing I'll
happening
say
often.
with
You're gonna see
this
it. Yeah, you're
with
gonna
this
see it
kicker
after.
in the next one as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
With the jump, you kind of want to jump because you hit the
In
bottom
the
of the
middle of
ball.
the ball.
Yeah, because you hit the bottom of the ball, it's pinched upwards. If possible, you really want to be hitting it like dead center of the ball. And you know that at that point it can't pinch upwards; it won't bounce over you. So if you hit it anywhere around that kind of area, right on the ball, or to the sides, it's going to go off in one direction. But the one thing you don't want it to do is to bounce straight over your head, just because it makes it really awkward.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, if your teammate was following the kickoff, it's not so bad, but he's not following it that well, so it just lets them score.
Yeah,
But basically, the way it chipped in the wall, it chipped in the air. Sorry, it was like an easy goal for them to score.
yeah. The next net's gonna be nice too. That's the losing goal after it.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Look at this. Look at the shot. I go back to block. I jump and I did it
Oh,
again.
yeah. We all backflip now and again accidentally.
Yeah, but it's not even a
Unfortunate.
backflip. It's like a side flip. I don't know
Side
why.
flip.
So
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that.
I just wanted to look at something.
I don't
This is
even
another
know
one of
how
those
to.
moments.
Yeah, I don't want to miss
So
it.
this is another one of those moments where you have a lot of time to do whatever you want, so you don't need to rush and boost into the ball because you see where I know it's low quality, but there's a defender there and there's a defender there. Um,
Yeah,
you actually have plenty of time to just control it. You could have let it. You could have let it slow roll. You could have just let it roll back down the wall. So you could have let it slow down, and then it would just stop like here, and then you could hit it back up the pitch. Just don't be afraid to take your time a bit more. Because I think because you've rushed in towards the ball, you've missed it last second due to your speed. And then the unfortunate side flip.
yeah. I was trying to double jump. With a double jump, I should have saved it, but
Yeah, you could double
because
jump. You could
I was
flip. Yeah.
yeah, I was in front of the ball, so normally I didn't miss. But yeah,
You see at the end, you actually do that thing where you go out of ball cam. You see you do it there.
yeah. I think because I was saying like it can touch the ground, so I tried to put it in my head.
Yeah. If you try and do that more often, you'll definitely control the ball better. Okay, that's that game. Let's get into the next one.
The other one is better.
I'm not sure which order the games happened in. Was the other game first, or was this is the same guy? So was this the first game? I don't know.
No, because the first game I didn't record it because we played and we win like
Okay.
5-0. That forfeit like at like 2 minutes left. So I texted you and you told me
Yeah.
to it was good. So I started saving the game after. But I
Okay.
saved like 5 games, but just 2 was in my replay. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's watch this one.
Like this is
That,
this is the third game. The other one was the
third.
second game with him.
Okay. This is another one of those moments where you either wanna fully commit to following the kickoff or getting the boost on the left or the right. Because you've only gone halfway up the pitch, you kind of just out of the play, and this bounce is awkward. It is another moment though where you have quite a lot of time to do what you want, so you could have
Yeah,
actually you
it's
could have
the
just
same
waited
after.
and then hit it up. Say that again, sorry.
It's looked like the same as the other clip. Like the
Yeah, you kind of get a last second kind of hesitant hit on it, so it just rolls to the enemy.
yeah.
One thing you could possibly have done differently to get back to the net is the
Go right to the net and not side jumping.
right to the net. Yeah,
Because
but
like
the
I
second
wasn't
you go
going for
here,
the
you just do that instead. Get to that post, and then you've got the entire net you can defend. But instead, you kind of saunter off over this way. It slows you down quite a bit. If you turn towards the net, and I think it's free front flips will get you supersonic speed. So if you just front flip twice, you have a lot of speed. You'll be in the net probably before this guy hits the ball. Like, you'll probably beat the ball to the net is what I mean. It's unfortunate, you know, the first hit was quite unlucky where you just kind of side hit it, unfortunately. I would say that your teammate should be coming for that, really.
Yeah, I was waiting for him because
he should be going for it, yeah. Again, in voice comms, it's a lot easier because he can say he's not going for it and then you can. He should have been jumping for that ball. You see, when your teammate's really far into their half, you really want to be closer. So if he gets
the middle line
into middle, so if he gets a good pass into middle now, you haven't got a chance of scoring it. But if you were more here, kind of like anywhere in this kind of area at the middle line, or even 3/4 of the way up the field, kind of like around there, you have a much better chance. If they win this challenge, if he tackles him, you can just turn around and go straight back towards net. You're not really at any danger.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, the line on screen. Oh, that's an unfortunate bounce.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how to hit the ball hard. Like I said it yesterday in the Discord.
Yes.
Like nobody hit the ball hard.
There's a couple of things you can do. Again, with where the enemy is, there's one there and there's one there. They're not really going for the ball, so you could come around the left side more and face the ball, and then you can hit the ball directly at the net or to your teammate here. But the way to hit it hard is you either want to front flip into the ball and hit it with your nose, or I don't know if you know about the corner of the octane. Do you know how it alters the power?
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, you could hit it with that literal corner, and you'll hit it a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna go like
that. Yeah,
it's gonna go.
You kind of need to.
Powerful.
Yeah, go more powerful, and to do that, you need to really learn how to air roll hit. I don't know if you know that, but that's one of the things you could do is learn an air roll hit. Which, if you look in my Discord, my coaching Discord, there's like a guides and tips channel, and there's quite a lot of video tutorials in there on you know how to get power on the ball or how to get power in the air, that kind of thing. Basically, you don't really have any momentum, so you're never going to hit the ball hard at this point. But if you were flipping into it from the floor, you will definitely hit it harder than that. So that's a good hit. You hit that one hard. One thing to say here is
I'm always. Oh, go for it. I'm gonna say it after.
You want to be closer to that ball when it bounces, just so you can keep the possession and keep the pressure on. So you see when it bounces there and it rolls, you're quite far away from it. But if you were, literally following it, you were way too much. So if you were like here, the one thing that you can do to get it into middle is just hit it at the wall slightly, so it'll chip up the wall and it'll probably bounce like that. Then you may have a chance of this keeper missing it and your teammate can score it. But you want to be closer to the ball, basically, just to keep possession.
Okay, yes.
What was you going to say?
Just go advance a little bit. We're going to see it. With the I'm always bumping on the post. I don't know how to... Like, look, I'll just 5 seconds just to go back.
Yeah, I mean, one thing...
I don't know why it's always happening.
It happens to all of us at some point, but you get used to it. The higher level you become, the more you avoid it.
Now I'm trying to flip and L1 to air roll to be right on my rolls after. But I'm not very good yet.
There's not a lot you can do to avoid that one because you hit the post and it bounces you across the net.
The other one,
but
I just...
One thing... one thing I would say is when you... that's an unfortunate What's your what
Yeah.
dodge dead zone do you play on? Do you know?
Oh, my touches. Yeah. You have an Xbox
Dodge dead zone, yeah.
controller, but do you know the
Yeah.
PS4 controller touch? Yeah. So my
Yes,
arrow
yes.
is R1, and I control which side I'm gonna arrow with my joystick, and I got the
Yep.
square and the circle. To
Okay.
like circle is the right one.
You
Oh,
might
what
need
did you
to
say?
edit your you might need to edit your dodge sensitivity in the control settings. That will stop this backflip happening quite a bit. It's probably that
The
your
dodge
thumbstick is set to be too
sensibility.
sensitive. Yeah, I'll send you a screenshot after this of where the setting is
Oh yeah,
and what to set it to.
dodge dead zone.
Yeah, the dodge dead zone itself. Yeah.
I'm at 0.60.
Okay, from
So
sort of like 0.80. You want that
low
quite a
upgraded
bit higher. Yeah, so 0.80 is probably what you want it on. Most players tend to
0.
play on 0.8 or 0.82, something like that.
Okay, great. I just put it. I'm gonna try it after.
But that will probably stop you backflipping and side flipping so much.
Oh, great, great.
It happens to us all though. It's something that you learn over time. I mean, even now, 4,000 hours later, I still sometimes backflip accidentally.
Yeah. Look, like this time he was good with the control on his head.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Not a lot you can do about that. The guy just beat you to the challenge.
Yeah, I missed boost. So I was like, no.
That's unfortunate. You still score.
Yeah,
See if
after
you
this.
could have done anything
Because
differently.
my boost is R1, and my just rolling in like going front is R2.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm just boosting without touching the driving normal.
Yeah.
So when I have no more boost, I'm stopping for like a second.
Oh, okay. And one of the things you can do to help with this situation to shoot more accurately the net is this is one of those moments you want to turn ball cam off, because you see how the camera kind of pans around the ball at this camera angle. If you have ball cam off, you can see the angle of the ball a bit better. So if you had ball cam off at this point, rather than hitting it, you turn ball cam off rather than hitting it sort of forwards first like this. Having ball cam off, you're looking directly forward, so you can wait for the ball to line up with the net, and then you can just hit it into the net, if that makes sense. But having ball cam on, the camera pans around the ball, and it makes it look all awkward, especially when dribbling. So I definitely recommend trying ball cam off a little bit more in that situation.
Is it lagging a little bit?
Well, the video itself, or what do you mean? Sorry.
Yeah, because me, I sit in pixel. I don't see very much.
You see it in what? Sorry, like a pixelated quality.
Now it's okay. Good, great.
I think it's the.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the YouTube video itself. It looks kind of.
yeah, I think it is because it did it to me yesterday too.
The PS4 videos aren't that high quality for some reason.
Yeah, sometimes they're just lagging. Yeah, the post.
Yeah, I mean, if you get used to landing on your wheels, you'll overcome that quite quickly. But I think the dodge dead zone will definitely help with some of it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's quite a powerful hit. Just don't have the boost.
Oh,
Still scoring.
okay. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, it's not that moment because there's another moment on this clip. It's gonna be not that nice.
Okay. One of the things I will say is, in this replay more than the last game wasn't so bad, but in this game you don't seem to have boost quite often. You're on zero boost a lot of the time.
Yeah, I was staying back more because we lose the other game, so I was like, oh, I don't want to take any goal. Yeah. So I was staying back more.
One thing with the boost is you tend to prioritize the large boosts more when you could pick up these small boost pads and you'd have just the same amount of boost.
The bush route. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, so rather than going around here and going back to that one, you could have just took this boost, that boost, that boost, and you'd be back facing their net. You know, but you waste quite a lot of time without boost going around here. Just something to bear in mind is to pick up the small boost pads. That's all. Each one gives you 12, so you only need to pick up like 3 or 4, and you've got enough boost to do pretty much anything.
Back.
Yeah, one thing I'd say about that is just let the ball go over you, and then chase it here. So wait for the ball to go over the top of you, and then follow it down this line, and you can control it a bit better. Ooh, that's a big bounce. You actually hit it though. Nice read.
Yeah, it was actually luck, but
Oh, that's unlucky. It's a depth perception thing, definitely. That you're not quite used to all the bounces in the game yet, which I can tell.
yeah, that's why I'm waiting more to see what is my teammate when he's gonna land where. Yeah, I wanted a big boost.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, see, this is one of the moments where you don't really have the boost again.
Yeah, look at like 2 times in a row, but it's a pass. It's a pass.
You still score somehow. We take those goals, yeah. That's definitely just a ball control thing. Like I say, you don't have many hours, so the more hours you have, you'll be able to time the flips so that you hit the ball with your nose every time. You kind of get used to it.
And sometimes when I'm alone with the ball and I'm going for the other net, I'm always like moving not in a straight line.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
I think I know what you mean, yeah.
Like I'm not driving in a straight line. No, yeah, like that. Because I try to put my nose near the ball, and I'm just always replacing myself, and I'm just missing the ball after.
Yeah, I think you'll get used to hitting the ball like this, the more like you kind of level up and the more practice you put in. One of the ways that you kind of can practice that is if you just go into free play training and just hit the ball around the pitch. Just keep hitting the ball. Doesn't matter if you score or not, just hit the ball at every time you can. So every bounce, just jump for the ball and try and hit it. And the more you do that, you will pick up the bounces. You'll be able to read the ball bounces a lot better.
Okay, great. That's great.
I'll send everything we've discussed. I'll send you afterwards in a message so that you can look at what we've actually discussed.
Improve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're in a rule 1 now.
I didn't want to be on a rule number 1 on the clip, so I just pushed him. Because I was like, oh no, I don't want to send something to just rule number 1 for the end of the game.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. He could have passed that to you quite easily there, but he just kind of.
Yeah, I was waiting for it though.
It's a nice little chip. He's scoring that? Oh, he's missed.
Nah, I think it's ending at 4-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nobody's gonna score again. Even there, he's gonna miss.
There's a few moments.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done pass.
Like this was control. Yeah. Was you hoping that it was going to bounce up the wall? I'm guessing, rather than bounce out.
I just wanted to clear it.
Get it away from the attacker. Yeah.
Yeah, because all I'm trying to do is getting away from the net. Because when I'm playing with my friend, I know he's a good goalkeeper, but I don't want him to always doing safe. So I'm trying to just clear the net. and I know he's gonna be able to pick it up after on
It's
the
one of those.
sidearm.
Let's go back a second just so I can see where it unfolds. It kind of stems from this miss on the wall, but it's another one of those moments where you can take your time more and actually control it a bit better because of the enemy's location over here. You don't need to rush this ball as much. You see what I'm saying? You've got quite a lot of time.
Yeah.
So this side hit wouldn't have happened if you'd have just taken a little bit more time. I mean, they don't score anyway. Somehow they
Yeah.
that. I don't know how, but
Yeah. It's goal. It's goal too. That's why.
yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they're forfeit after this.
Oh, okay.
In the replay, it didn't record the forfeit.
They forfeited. I see. Yeah, of course. The replay just stops, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it's 4-1, 30 seconds, and we're all winning in their zone, so I think they just give up.
So
It's happening often in gold. People are just giving up. I don't know if it's like that in Grand Champion, but in gold, they're always giving up or forfeiting.
It's throughout the entire rank system. Yeah, I mean you get that all the way at the top ranks as well. People just forfeit. Some people forfeit after 1 goal. Some people forfeit after 5. You know. So I wrote down quite a lot of notes there.
Yeah, me when I'm losing, I just want to try again. Would continue to try because if I'm losing, they're better than me, so I can just look at how they beat me to try to overcome them. But even if I'm not winning after it, it's like experience. I think I don't know.
Yeah, one thing I'd definitely recommend is watch back your own replays. So if you lose a game, watch the replay back and try and figure out why. So it helps you. It kind of helps you prepare for that situation again. You know, you can see the mistake and you can correct that mistake and learn what you have to do to get around that. So I wrote down a few points that I'm just going to sort of say back to you, and then I'm going to write down afterwards, just so you can, we can talk about what you need to improve on. I'd say that your positioning wise, you need to give your teammates a little bit more space so that you are in a position for a pass, or that you're not double committing with them. Specifically in attack, you seem to sort of be a little bit too close to your teammates. So just give them a bit more space. Remember what I said about the 6 squares thing. So so that's a square. And so if he's there,
there's a straight line in the middle, and there's 3 parts.
Yeah, so you want to be over here if he's there, kind of thing. You don't want to be right next to him like you sometimes are. Try and work on your ball control. So for that you can come out of ball cam a bit more, so you can see where it's going to land. So you come out of ball cam and there's you get the circle. So if it's going to land there, for instance, you can slow down and then you can dribble the ball at the net. Rotation wise, try to go back to the second post. The post furthest away from the ball. Just try and go there, so you're always in a position to sort of make an awkward save. Because if you're sat at this post and here's the ball,
if you go over me, I can't do anything.
Yeah, you can only save a shot that's like there. But if you're here, you can save pretty much all of this. But yeah, if you're sat here, you can literally save that, and that's probably about it. If they hit it here, you have to be really fast to be able to get to that ball. When your rotations, when you either you whiff, so you miss your hit, or you miss your shot, or let's say you've just hit the ball and it's near your teammate, try and rotate back around behind them. So if you've hit the ball here and your teammate's here, for example, don't go for it again. Go back around and support him from behind again, just so that you don't double commit. And then when your teammates hit the ball, he can see that you're waiting, so he'll go back behind you, if that makes sense. So it helps force a clean rotation. Your dodge dead zone, you've just increased it, right?
Yeah, it's at 0.85.
Yeah, so just try that, and I mean you might need to put it down a bit, you might need to put it up a bit. Just see, it will feel a little bit different, but you'll notice that you don't backflip as much. Try and pick up these boost wise. You tend to, like I say, prioritize the big boosts. So just try and pick up these small pads a lot more. I don't
Okay.
know. I think there's like 12 of them on the pitch or something like that. But you can always, pretty much always, get like 30, 40 boosts very quickly just by picking up 3 or 4 pads. For ball control as well, just try and just go into free play, go into free practice, and just hit the ball around the pitch. Just see what you can do. Just basically try and hit the ball whenever you can. I take it you watch quite a lot of Rocket League YouTubers, I guess.
Yeah.
So you know at like the start of say Squishy Muffins videos, you'll just see him jumping around in free play and hitting the ball.
Yeah.
That's kind of why that's what you want to
And
be doing
Tanatic
really, just
too,
to
I
get
think.
used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to be doing that, just so you can learn how to hit the ball at all sorts of crazy angles, and then the more you do that, the more you'll be used to the bounces and you'll be able to hit the ball really easily. And the last tip I've got for now is to watch your own replays. So if, let's say you lose, I don't know, you lose 7-1, go back and watch and work out why. Or let's say you lose 4-3, it's a really close game. Just kind of watch your own replay now and again and just see, you know, where you could have improved, what you've done wrong, what you've missed, what you've hit right, you know, that kind of thing. And you can make your own notes and you'll improve like that, hopefully.
Yeah.
Other than that, training packs, definitely do training packs on aerial hits and dribbling training packs. Defense, you could do defense ones, but based on your level, you're not ever going to get any really difficult shots to save at this level, so you'd be better off focusing on dribbling and
Yeah. I already
scoring.
did all the training goal, the goalkeeper training. Yeah, it's helping me, but there's not a very shot similar to the training, so it's not very useful for now. But in tournaments, it's useful a little bit because people are shooting better shots.
In the in my Discord, there's some training pack codes for custom training packs. If you have a look at those, I'll send you a
I
link to them.
found there's like
Yeah,
a lot and there's video for each things.
Yeah, there's good ones for shooting in there. So if you have a look at some of those and give them a try, that will help you get a lot better. So did you have any questions, or you happy with what we've said?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think I just saw that we can send some clip like in 1 week after, 2 weeks to get a
Yeah,
preview.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to ask me any questions, just send me a message. You can either ask me in our direct message or ask in my public Discord, and me or someone else will probably answer you anyway.
Yeah.
If you even if you've just hit like you've missed the save, or you know you miss a save, so you can save the clip and just say, guys, what can I do differently here? We'll you know, someone will help you out and point you in the right direction.
Oh,
Just tell you
great.
what you could have done differently.
Like everybody is helping?
Yeah, so there's a channel in there called Community Help, which a lot of people posting quite often, just saying, you know, what could I have done here, kind of thing, and everyone just kind of helps each other out. It's a really friendly group of players, so just feel free to get involved there and ask questions whenever you want, really.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, all right,
because
cool.
people are all better than me, and in this Discord, I think they're all better grades, so
we have some pretty good players in there.
Yeah, so because everybody's better, the tip's gonna be better too.
Like people will have a lot of good tips and a lot of nice ways you can improve, and you know, some of them may even offer to play with you because there's quite a lot of players around your rank, so you might be able to find another teammate in there as well. Just feel free to ask, man. Everyone in there is really helpful and friendly.
Oh, great.
Okay, so I'll go and I'll write everything up that we've discussed, and I will upload this video to YouTube so you can watch it back, and I'll send you a link shortly if that's okay.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, man. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, bye.